Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new dark story. What if Naruto became a chakra stealer? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel and follow me on my other two channels as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato with the 7-year-old Naruto Uzumaki, who was laying on a hospital bed in his village, covered from head to toe in bandages, as he was looking at the ceiling with his eyes wide awake. He was in deep thought because he was reminiscing of what has happened to him. Yesterday night he was attacked again by a mob of Konoha, a mob that was unnamed, unpunished, and let roam free again. And yet here he was, beaten to a point where he was almost close to death, passing out multiple times and waking up from the pain. All for what? For nothing. He wasn't told why. His Gigi visited him early in the morning. He asked the old man why was him that was getting this treatment from the civilians and the people, but nobody revealed the truth. So now Naruto was left to do the only thing one could do in such a situation. Reminisce and think what he has done wrong, so much to the point that people would go as far as to do this to him. True, he might have pranked them every now and then, but it was harmless prank. At best they would have done is to punish him by not selling him anything or just outright ignore him. But they have been doing that so far, and today they have taken a step that is far too greater and painful for him. As suddenly the door slid open while Naruto was in his thoughts, and a person came inside, bringing him out of his stupor. It was a doctor. How are you feeling, Naruto? I don't know. You tell me, doctor. You will feel fine once I'm done healing you with healing chakra. As Naruto began to observe as the person's palm levitated in front of Naruto's stomach, and then his palms began to glow green instead of usual blue, and then the healing process began. As now we see, Naruto observed it for at least 5 to 10 minutes as he witnessed his Gigi arrive, and then he asked, as the doctor left, "What was that, Gigi?" "That was the doctor, Naruto." "No, I mean, the technique he used." "It was," he said, "healing chakra. But I thought chakra was only used for..." "There are multiple ways to use a chakra, son. You can use your chakra either to heal someone or to harm someone. The traditional way to use chakra is ninjutsu. But the elemental nation and shinobi world has evolved so far that we are capable of creating new techniques. There's always innovation, and there is always someone who is breaking through." "I see. Where can I learn this technique?" "Healing chakra. You're interested in becoming a medic?" "Yes. Somewhat, I mean, I am getting quite injured a lot these days, so, well, I have to learn at least how to heal myself, don't I?" "Don't worry, son. They will be punished and found. I know who they are, Gigi. I already identified and told you. The council wants proof. Aren't I and my condition proof enough? I know, Naruto, that you are trying to say this, but they are saying that you could have faked these injuries." "Faked?" As Naruto tried to get up in pain. "Lay down, Naruto. You're gonna get yourself hurt." "I already have hurt myself enough." "I am hurt. My bones are broken. What more proof they want? Why can't you see? Look at me. I'm a mess, Gigi. I am in pain. And you still ask for proof?" "I am sorry, son. I have to go." "Gigi, wait. Wait." But Hiruzen left, realizing what Naruto was saying was the truth, and he couldn't bear to hear it anymore. Because he was the Hokage and his order was final. And he was the one who let those people walk free because of the civilian council members nagging him. He thought that he was able to convince Naruto, but he wasn't. As Naruto laid down there, now in a bit of pain and anger, his own Gigi turned his back on him, meaning that he couldn't be trusted. Naruto felt foolish. He thought he knew the people he trusted. They were always one step ahead. After all, he was an orphan kid. What could he do? And that is when it came into the picture. I know how you're feeling, brat. Who said that? Said Naruto as he looked around the room. Try to find the source of the voice when it's already within. What do you mean by that? Who are you? Is this a prank? Yelled out Naruto. It's not a prank, kid. Not one bit. If anything, this is the cruel, hard reality. Who are you? Reveal yourself! As at that moment the doctors came inside, and so did Hiruzen. What is going on, doctors? Why is he yelling like that? Gigi, there's someone here. I can hear his voice. No one is here, Naruto. You're in the private wing of the hospital. Nobody but us and the Anbus and even the Hokage-sama. Aside from us, nobody can get in or out. Not even you with your own free will, if you wanted to. What is the meaning of this? Gigi, please, there has to be a way. I am not lying. There is someone here who is... I know, son, that you are tired, said Hiruzen, placing both of his hands on Naruto's shoulders and placing him back down, as he was covered in bandages and some of his wounds were opening up again. But you're healing right now. Once everything is done and settled, we'll look into this, okay? Right now, all you need to do is just recover. For your own sake, son. And so, Naruto once again wasn't believed and now laying down. And now begin to think, am I really going insane? If there is no way out of it, then whose voice was I hearing? I told you, brat. The source was within. Look within yourself and you see who the source of the voice is. Said the same voice again. You again. Is this a prank? Look, whatever I did to you, I apologize. I don't want anything of this. You did to me. You never did anything to me aside from being my prison kid. You are a victim as much as I am. Just come inside your own mindscape and everything will make sense, if that is what you want to know. And so, Naruto gulped, realizing that he was playing a huge gamble. He did it anyways. He went inside his own mindscape. It was dark, and he seemed like he was standing in a sewer system. There were a lot of metal pipes there, and a huge canal, underneath which a little bit of water was present, so much so that his knees were underwater. As Naruto gulped and began to walk forward. Come closer, kid. Following the pipeline and the voice source, Naruto arrived in a huge hall. There were a lot of tunnels there, but in the center was a huge barred gate, from behind which nothing could be seen. It was pitch black darkness there. As Naruto watched upwards, there was a huge piece of paper with a single kanji written on it, as seal. As Naruto was looking at it, suddenly two huge blood-red eyes with slits in them opened from the darkness and came to the light. Naruto felt chills run down his spine but stood there, frozen. As soon the face was revealed to be a huge fox. Who are you? Said Naruto in a bit of fear. You know who I am. There's only one fox that is so huge. But I don't know. Suddenly the 9 tails came into view. 9-tailed fox. Oh my god, said Naruto, realizing as his eyes widened. You're the QB. But how? You were killed a few years back by the... Killed. Then tell me, Naruto. If the 9-tail was killed, then who am I? And if you're still not convinced, then tell me, why were you beaten in my name? Being called QB. Being called the demon brat. As Naruto was now frozen, he realized the people did call him that while beating him to the inch of his life. What do you mean by that? What is going on here? How are you here? In my mindscape, because I was sealed here by the 4th Hokage. Your father. My what? As Naruto was now frozen with another shock. I do not have a habit of flying unlike you humans. If you do not believe me, try to use a bit of the seal's paper. Try to rip it open, and then you'll see what I'm telling you about. You are lying, aren't you? What would I get out of lying? I did told you the truth that who I was and why people beated you. I did told you that who 4th Hokage was, because he was the last person to kill me by your standard, or what you all know. But in fact, he used you, his own son, newborn at the time, as a Jinchuriki, as my prison to seal me within you. Your mother's spirit is also here. Her name is Kushina Uzumaki. You were given her name. Her clan's name. And there is no such thing as Uzumaki clan. Not a clan, but a whole damn village existed. It was destroyed because of Konoha's negligence and the war that happened between Konoha and the other three villages, Kumo, Kiri, and Iwa. Kumo, Kiri, and Iwa decided to destroy their allies to get revenge, and the Uzumakis, without any help, were killed. How can I believe you? I'm telling you there is a proof. It is up to you to decide if you want to see it or not. Because I know the blindfold of trust that is on your eyes right now from Konoha's side is too much of a tie knot than I have imagined. It is only up to you to unveil it and see the truth with your own eyes. And so Naruto gulped again. Taking the Kyuubi's chance, Naruto did it. He tried to peel off a piece of the paper, and suddenly something grabbed his hand by the wrist. It was his own father, as the Kyuubi said. It was Lord Fourth. Who are you? It's me, son. I know who you damn are, Fourth Hokage. Who are you to me? And why are you here? I'm your father, Naruto. I don't understand. Why don't you know about this? Because I was never told anything about this. All I was told that I was a damn orphan. As Naruto yanked his hand away, suddenly he took a step back only to bump into someone. What do you mean by that, son? Said a feminine voice. Naruto turned, and his eyes, they were filled with tears. It was a red-headed woman that resembled his face. It was his mother. Kushina bent down on her knees, wiping the tears from her son's face, and hugged him tightly. As Minato stood there. What do you mean by that, son? What did Minato-kun did wrong? As Naruto revealed everything, as suddenly the three of them found themselves in front of the cage and the Kyuubi. Kyuubi, what have you done to our son? I haven't done anything. I haven't. It is your own people who have. Ask the boy. You must have used a genjutsu. No, it's the truth. People of Konoha, they had have done this to me. I didn't even do a thing. I was on my way back home after eating some ramen, because that's the only thing I could eat. As after that, Minato and Kushina decided to watch through Naruto's memories, as Naruto was being calmed down by his mother. After watching through his memories, they all both realized they might have made the biggest mistake of their life by trusting Konoha, because their son has gone through hell. Because of them. What have we done, Kushina? What have I done? It's our fault. We should not have trusted Konoha. We thought that if we leave our son in their care, they would raise him with love. If anything, I was worried about him being spoiled. I did not know that he would be living in hell like some street rat. I'm gonna do something about this. There's nothing you can do, said Naruto. Nobody trusts me. They all think I'm crazy already. And that's good, because I don't want a part of them. That's a good decision, kid. And you asked a very valid question to Hiruzen before. About the healing technique. What question is he referring to, Naruto? A doctor came to heal me, and I was wondering that if we can, like when using healing technique, give our chakra in the form of healing chakra to the person who is ill. What if we reverse it? It will become a chakra stealing technique. You would have that. It can work? We can try. And so, Minato, being the genius as he was, began to reverse process it. And within mere moments he was able to do that. All we need is someone to test on it to. You can test on me, said Naruto. No, son, I won't. Then how about me? As Kyuubi made a solid Hanji clone in the form of Naruto with orange hair and red eyes. This is a clone with enough chakra for a shinobi. At least a tuning. Do what you must. Won't you get? No, I won't. It's a limited chakra that I've given it. And so, now we see, Minato did try it and was able to steal the chakra, causing the clone to shrink to the form of almost like skeleton before poofing away. Amazing. You just created, even in your death, a technique that allowed you to steal a chakra. I don't know, I feel like I might be able to stay a bit longer now. Kushina, try this again. And so, Kyuubi made another clone and Kushina tried, and was able to do the same. Probably able to stay a little bit longer with you, son. But I don't want to stay here, in Konoha. It's not safe. I know a place. Our safe house, in the Forest of Death. That one? Yes, that one, that is disguised as a tree. Naruto can stay there. It has enough supplies for him to remain there for at least 6 to 10 years, and after that he can do whatever he wishes to. 10 years, you say? Yes. And so, Naruto agreed. And the very next day, once Naruto got up, on his feet, everyone was shocked. What is going on there, Naruto? How are you? I don't know, I must have had a high feeling factor, maybe. You're right. People are born with a lot of gifts. You must have had that. Healing factor. So, can I go now? Yes, you can. And so Naruto arrived back at his apartment. After careful planning for a week, Naruto's apartment one night suddenly went up in blaze. Screams were heard from within, but nobody was found. Only a burnt skeleton, as well as some clothes. Hiruzen was shocked and scared. As the medics arrived, we can't identify the skeleton because of the carbon that is upon it. We don't have those resources. Even if we wanted to, it would take huge amount of funds. We believe it is Naruto since it's a kid's skeleton. So what should we do? Just bury him like this? Yes, that is the only rightful answer to this question, Hokage-sama. And so, agreeing to what his people have said, Hiruzen did that. A funeral was held, but that grave was vandalized a lot. Every night, as Naruto, unaware to them, was hidden away, because he has orchestrated his own death. And now, he was hiding away into the safe house. But many people didn't like that fact that the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki was dead, one of them being Danzo Shimura, and the other being the Akatsuki. Danzo was with the elders in his office, sipping away drinks as he then said, "Damn it to hell. I wanted people to break him, not to kill him, or push him to his own death. Konoha needs a Jinchuriki, and without it we are nothing. What if the other villages decided to attack? What will we do then?" Precisely, nothing at all. So what do you suggest, Danzo? What do we do now? We can't wait for 9 years for the Kyuubi to regenerate. We have to find a Jinchuriki and fast, even if it means we have to steal it from the other village. What are you planning, Danzo? I will send out my envoys to Takigakure. They are a minor village. They do not need a Jinchuriki like Fu. The girl who is the Jinchuriki of the Seven Tails. Seven Tails? It is not the Nine Tails, yes, but it is what it is we will have. What about Takigakure? Our village would meet a bandit camp that attacked and raided them and killed them all, and took away their Jinchuriki as the trophy. Are you insane? More than 300 people worth of village is going to die just for a Jinchuriki? Sometimes sacrifices are necessary. Unbeknownst to Danzo, Naruto has heard that, since his office was quite close to his safe house. The envoys tried to leave. Naruto, who has mastered the technique already, appeared in front of them. It's impossible. You're supposed to be dead. Soon you shall too be. And so what followed suit was the reverse healing technique was used. Now turning to the chakra stealer technique. Naruto only took away their chakra, which was the source of them living, breathing, as well as their power. Naruto's own chakra pool increased while theirs shrunk to the point that they died. More than 50 bodies looking like skeletons were found the next morning wearing their Anbu shinobi gear, but unmarked one. Root, said one of the Anbus of Konoha. What happened to them? Poor bastards. They look like someone trained them, sucking them dry. There's not a single ounce of chakra within them, said some of the medics. What does this mean? Said Hiruzen, who had arrived there alongside the elders. This means, Hokage-sama, that whoever did this, he was one vicious bastard. He stole their chakra to the point that there was not even enough chakra left for them to realize that they died. This is not good, said Hiruzen with a gimmick expression. Not good at all. We need to find whoever this is and bring him to justice, because this cannot be allowed. I know. It will be done, but right now we need to focus on them being taken away from there and to control this. Damage control? That is your response? My men have died here. I want answers, your men. But last time I checked, Root was inactive, Danzo. Or have you been operating behind my back? Danzo remained quiet. Investigate the elders and arrest them for the time being under suspicions of betraying my order and trust. And so the elders were arrested on the spot, and they were being investigated. Naruto, on the other side, realized that he could get back at Konoha. He began to hunt down the very next day the people who had beaten him. Their families, one by one, began to die out. Konoha was in fear. Rumors began to spread to the point merchants, everyone who was a tourist, avoided that place. Even the daimyo and his entourage did, because of the one who will suck out your chakra. Naruto didn't realize that he has become a myth close to Dracula himself. In the shinobi world, people were giving him the names of a monster and whatnot. The chakra stealer, the one who kills without even using any technique. But nobody has seen who he is, aside from his victims who did not even had enough chakra that their brain was able to store the memories. Inoichi Yamanaka and Yamanaka clan tried their best, but nothing was found. Nothing at all. Not even the past memories. And that scared them, because that meant that whoever was using this technique was so advanced that there was no trace or loose end to catch up to him. Hiruzen was rubbing his forehead, as the others were also in equivalent fear, as well as in thought of what to do. How are they going to protect their loved ones, because some of the clansmen have also died, and Konoha's people, they, after sundown, wouldn't leave their homes. Those whoever did were found dead the next day. And Naruto, he was having the time of his life, enjoying this, like how they enjoyed his suffering. As Kyuubi watched from afar within his mindscape with Minato and Kushina, because Naruto gave them enough chakra in the form of clones like Kyuubi did, so that they could stay. Son, don't you think that we're going too far? No. I want them to feel this fear, this pain, and this sorrow that I felt. I'm not gonna kill any more, but I'm just gonna haunt them. How so? I've carved out a mask and painted it in white from wood. It looked like a skull, and Naruto had a black robe. As Naruto wore the robe and covering his face with a hood, he wore that mask. It's time for the Reaper to appear. And so, the legend who was hunting them down was now known as Reaper. And people feared him, because this was the man that was killing them. Konoha and his forces were now on high alert 24/7, but each and every day a shinobi or a group of shinobis were found dead, or at the brink of death, saying that the Reaper was there. He didn't need to kill them, but he did damage enough that their chakra core was drained to the point that they were civilians, ending their shinobi career, making them now the praise, even amongst the praise, that they called people. On the other side, the other elemental nation got too cocky, and Naruto decided to teach them a lesson. Naruto visited one of them, and that was Iwagakure. Its Tsuchikage and the others, alongside his family, were found dead the same way. Reaper had struck Iwa. Now the fear circled everywhere. Bandits, as well as others, began to disappear, in the same manner, becoming the victims of the Reaper. Some of the people, unlike the most who were afraid, became interested and wanted to see just who this Reaper was. What was his secret? What was he doing? And one person came close And that was Orochimaru, the scientist, the self-proclaimed genius, who realized that the Reaper was using a reverse technique of the chakra healing technique. And Tsunade was approached by him, and Tsunade helped him uncover this. Oh my god, the bastard is using such a technique that was in front of us. And the very next day, they met their demise. Because the Reaper, he found out, and he would not let his secret get out at any cost. So, without taking any chances, they too were killed. Now Jiraiya was on the investigation since Tsunade had died alongside with Orochimaru. His both teammates, one of them, even if he was a criminal, he was killed. So, Naruto did what he could do best, and that was hide and watch the chaos unfold. The Akatsuki made themselves known and began to target the other Jinchurikis. Seeing and realizing what they were doing, Naruto followed them as they were taking Gaara. And Naruto arrived at their base, and what followed suit was the whole village became a ghost town overnight. The only person who walked out from that place, aside from Reaper itself, was Gaara, who was traumatized and afraid, and was the only person to be saved by the one who was a mass murderer. All the meanwhile, Naruto, who had adorned the identity of a Reaper, placed the mask down once again. What do you think, son? Would this be enough? The fear of Reaper must never die. It has become an urban legend, and we must live up to that. And besides, I have to keep you two alive somehow. You don't need to, but I have to. You don't need to feel any guilty, it's me who should, and I don't feel any guilt at all, said Naruto, saying this to his parents, who agreed that it was Naruto's life. All they could do was spend time with them, the son who was broken by Konoha, and turn into this. As for Konoha, they never found out who was the Reaper, unlike the rest. But they only knew one thing: if you faced the Reaper, either you had 90% of chance that you're his victim and are about to be killed, or 1% chance like Gaara that you are about to be saved. But that chance was someone not willing to take. As this is it where I will be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my other two channels as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.